What's up guys, Justin here with the RenderingEssentials.com, back with another Lumion video for you today. So in today's video we're going to talk about the new features contained in the newest release of Lumion, Lumion 11. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. So first of all, I apologize in advance. It's been kind of a frustrating year because of where I live. My internet connection is really slow, and so a lot of these larger software releases I haven't been able to download them yet. So in this video we're going to talk through the new features contained inside of this new version. As soon as I can get this whole thing downloaded, I will make some tutorials specifically about the features, but in the meantime I'm going to try to link you to some relevant resources so that you can get up and running with these new features. All those notes will be in the links in the notes down below. So this is the Lumion 11 new release blog post, and so I will link to this in the notes down below, but they're talking through the new versions contained inside of Lumion 11. And so the first new feature that they added is the orthographic views. I think a lot of people are really going to like the orthographic views function. So with what the orthographic view function does is it allows you to create those plan views and section views and isometrics and all of that without having the perspective going on in the background. I know a lot of the time, especially for early presentations and things like that, things like orthographic views get inserted inside of those presentations. So the ability to add these, I think, is going to be a real big deal when it comes to things that you can do inside of Lumion. So one cool thing about this, and let's jump over to the Lumion 11 example video. One cool thing about this is you can animate these orthographic views. So notice how inside of this video, in their release, all the cars and the people are actually moving around. So they're able to create an actual animation using these orthographic views. So I think this is going to be really cool, and I'm really excited to see what some people can create. I mean, just the ability to create this elevation view that's actually animated is kind of different than what I've seen out there in the world a lot of the time. So really excited to see what people can do with that, but I think this is a really great targeted feature for the architectural community specifically. And I will also link to a tutorial down below from Lumion showing you how to use that effect. So in addition, they've also added an animated phasing effect inside of the animation section in Lumion. And so what this does is this allows you to set this up where your parts and pieces kind of come in one at a time. So you can use this to create cool construction animations, or animations like this one that just kind of, they add a little bit of pop to your design instead of just having this like kind of boring thing where your camera animates down. So I'll be linking to a tutorial video that Michael Brightman did for Lumion showing you exactly how this works. So he walks you through the whole process of exactly how you can use this to create these phasing animations. So notice how for his, the different parts and pieces come in kind of one at a time. He walks you through all of that. One thing to be aware of when you do this, and he talks about this in the video, is you're going to want to make sure that you've modeled things out so that everything's kind of grouped separately, because you're going to have to be able to tell Lumion what things to turn on at what point. So you're going to want to watch this video. He's going to talk through how to do all of that grouping. That is one thing. I believe he's exporting these all one at a time, so that could be a little bit time consuming, but really that's going to be the case with almost anything that you do. You're going to have to do some extra work to make sure all of your geometry is grouped the way you want the animation to work. But I will link to this video in the notes down below. So they've added a rain streaks effect, which adds rain streaks going down like glass surfaces and other things like that. So this is really good for creating those interior renderings that give you kind of that feel of being in like a warm, cozy place when it's cold outside. So it just helps you kind of add some feel to your renderings. So that's going to be located inside of your precipitation settings, and it's pretty easy to add, and it kind of figures out where these need to go for you, so you don't need to mess around a whole lot with settings or anything like that, which is one of the things I really like about Lumion in general. It's just it really gives you the ability to add something without having to spend too much time on it, right? I don't want to spend a ton of time figuring out how to have the rain streaks. I just want to have the rain streaks. So that's one of the things I really like about this program, is a lot of these effects are just really easy to use. So they've also added this volumetric fire effect. So what they've done is they've added actual volumetric objects that actually make up a 3D fire in a space. So those are objects that you can add. And so shout out to the guys over at Luminous Labs, who I will link to in the notes down below. They have created a video showing you exactly how to use this effect. So they're doing some really interesting things with Lumion. So you definitely want to go check that out. I will link to that in the notes below my video. But he talks through exactly how you can add these fire effects. So he shows you where to find them. It's all bookmarked, which is really great, by the way. Thank you for doing that. So you don't have to like click through and find everything. But he shows you exactly where to find this stuff and how to add it inside of Lumion. So make sure to go check that out. Also subscribe to their channel for some more interesting Lumion tutorials. So in addition, they have also upgraded the spotlights. So they've added, first of all, some micro shadows for those spotlights. So those are something that they do kind of automatically to give kind of a gradient shadow. So it's just an improvement of the shadow effect that comes off of the spotlights. It says here you don't need to do anything in order for that to work. But in addition, and this is kind of down below, they've also added the ability to bring in custom IES spotlights. So you don't have to mess around with all those lighting settings. You just bring in the IES lighting profile. So what that allows you to do is add that realistic light without having to mess around with all the different sliders and everything like that. So you can import those as well. So they've also added the ability to bring in OpenStreetMap satellite maps. And this is a pro version feature right now. And sorry I didn't mention that before, but I believe volumetric fire is pro only, the rain streaks are pro only, and the animated phasing is pro only. So some of these features are only contained inside of the pro version of Lumion. But if we go back down here, they've added the ability to toggle satellite maps in addition to kind of the roads and everything that used to come in with the OpenStreetMap stuff. So the way that you can do that, and I'm going to link to another Luminous Labs video about this feature. So there's another feature about this one where they talk through exactly how to use this, but basically it's a toggle at the bottom of the page. And so again, they talk through this whole setting as well, showing you exactly how to get that satellite imagery in your OpenStreetMap imports. So go check that video out. I will link to that in the notes down below. And then as always, we've got some other additions. So some engine improvements for the grass lighting. So this is basically an image improvement. You don't really have to do anything with this. It's just that it's going to light your grass a lot better. There's also a metallic car shader in here. I don't do a lot of car rendering. If you do a lot of close-up car rendering, your cars are going to look even better. It's kind of interesting to me that in rendering engines, for some reason, there's a lot of focus given to the way that the cars look, which I guess could be really interesting if you actually render out cars. But if you don't, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, wow, these cars look really great, but I don't really create car renderings. So just kind of an interesting thing to me how much focus gets added to cars. In addition, Lumion has added new objects and materials like they usually do when it comes to a new release. So for example, they've added new materials as well as fine detail nature models, some new interior models, other things like that. So this is one of the reasons that the download of Lumion is so big, is because these models all ship with Lumion. But I will say that this is like the largest library of built-in things of anything that I've seen so far. So you can obviously build other libraries and other programs, but Lumion is really good about consistently adding new things like materials and other things like that into your renderings. So I know it's not always the most amazing fun thing to look at, but what it does is it makes it a much better resource moving forward. So if you use BricsCAD, they've also added the ability to use live sync with that program. So for those of you that use that program, this has now been added as live sync for that as well. So there's some additional color picture options in here as well for European color standards. So for the European users, that could be really helpful. So you now have the ability to apply high quality preview in theater mode and viewer mode. So that just gives you more ability to preview what your images are going to look like before exporting them. So you can now also apply artistic effects to your 360 panoramas. So for example, this one has kind of the sketchy style applied to it. So that again just gives you kind of the ability to make this look a little bit less like a finished render and something that's maybe a little bit more unfinished. So you can kind of set that expectation with the way this looks, that this is kind of something that's still in development. So I think there's a number of great new features in this release. What I like about what Lumion usually releases is it really seems targeted towards their target demographic, which in this case is very much like architectural modelers and professionals. So I think that's kind of what these effects are targeted for the most part. I'm really excited to kind of get in there and play around with them a little bit. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new rendering content every week. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.